Hi everyone. In this lecture we are going to explain non-finite verbs. So before that we need to learn what is a non-finite verb. A non-finite verb is a verb form that doesn't act as the main verb in a clause and doesn't show a tense. Actually, there are three types of non-finite verbs. The first one is an ing participle, or it is called gerund. This functions as a noun in the sentence. For example, typing can be difficult. Here, the word typing is a non-finite verb, and it functions as a noun and its position of the sentence as the subject of the sentence. Another example, staying in hotels can be costly. So here the dependent clause, which has an infinite verb, which is an ing participle or a gerund, acts as a subject. All the clauses staying in hotels acts as a subject of the sentence, which contains an infinite verb. Next, we have she hates telling lies. An infinite verb telling lies acts as an object of the sentence because she is a subject, hates is the main verb, and telling is an infinite verb within the clause. Telling lies is an object or direct object of the sentence. One more example, his favorite hobby is collecting stamps. Here, um, his favorite hobby is the subject of the sentence, is the verb to be, is the main verb, and after verbs to be, we have to have what? Subject complement. So collecting stamps, collecting is a non-finite verb, acts as a subject complement in this dependent clause. The second type of non-finite verbs, to infinitive, which requires to plus verb in the base form without any additions. For example, to type is a fundamental skill. To type, it is not a verb, it is a non-finite verb in the position of a subject. His ambition to be a singer seems unreachable. To be a singer, it is an appositive because it is after an additional information about the subject. Here, the subject is ambition, and appositive can be between two commas in the after the subject. Seems is the main verb. It is a linking verb, and unreachable is a subject complement. So here the to infinitive acts as an appositive in the sentence. The last type, ed participle, which functions as an adjective, actually. Non-finite verbs with the ed participle in sentences like typed letters look better than handwritten ones. Typed here is a non-finite verb. It is an adjective, describes letters, the noun letters. So typed here is not a verb. It is an ed participle non-finite verb that functions as a subject in the sentence because here look is the verb and it comes at the very beginning within the dependent clause. It is a subject. Used economically, one tin will last for 6 weeks. Used economically, used here, it is an infinite verb and it is ed participle and it is an adjunct of the sentence. Served with milk and sugar, it makes a delicious breakfast. So here, served is an ed participle, non-finite verb, ed participle, and it functions as an adjunct in this sentence. Covered with confusion, I left the room. Here, I left the room is the independent clause, and covered with the confusion dependent clause, which contains an infinite verb with the ed participle, function as an adjunct. Wherever none such facts have been reported, wherever none, the independent clause or subordinate clause that has an infinite verb function as an adjunct or in the as an adverbial clause of a place. So to differentiate between non-finite and finite verbs, here in terms of the tense, uh, finite verbs usually show tense, while non-finite verbs don't show tense. And subject agreement agree with the subject, the finite verb, because they act as main verbs of the sentences. Here, non-finite verbs do not agree with the subject. Function, the finite verb they act as a main verb, while here act depends on its position of the sentence, whether subject, modifier, object, etc. For example, here, my sister enjoys watching movies. So my sister is a subject, enjoys is a finite verb that shows a tense. Because we have Esther singular, we know the tense of the sentence is a present simple, and it agrees with the subject because my sister enjoys. Okay, so there's subject verb agreement. And watching here, S is missing, it agrees. Suppose there should be an agreement. Watching here, it is not a main verb. Enjoys is a main verb. Watching is an unfinite